Take marker, Netflix film, Irish Wish. Let's get right to it. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela at that cat at the end.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have not already, if you are new to the channel, be sure to like, share, subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page, and stay tuned. We got more movie reviews coming out later this week. We got a lot of good stuff here, and let's get right to it. It's not the holiday season, but this movie brought the holiday season to life here, guys. Netflix original film. And I gotta admit, Netflix original films, they don't really hit 100% all the time. They don't, right? They don't. Not too much. But
certain films. Especially their rom-coms.
Yeah.
And I feel
but the rom-coms are like 100% like way better than a lot more so than their action films and all that stuff. So they hit it really good with the rom-coms.
They have been pumping out a lot of rom-coms, I gotta say. And this would be the second rom-com that we've seen from Netflix with Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
I think the first one was Falling for Christmas.
Yes, it
which
was.
we really liked.
Love that
we enjoyed
movie.
it,
You
right?
love
It
that
was
movie.
great. I've rewatched it a few times. And
speaking of Lindsay Lohan, what are we talking about today?
so we are reviewing the second film that we've seen on Netflix from her.
Yeah.
It is Irish Wish.
Irish Wish, guys, tells of a story when the love of Maddie's life gets engaged to her best friend. She puts her feelings aside to be a bridesmaid at their wedding in Ireland.
Ooh,
First off and foremost, before we get into the cast and everything, because we do know Lindsay Lohan's in here, one of the things I do want to I want to acknowledge is Ireland is very beautiful. Oh my god! So green.
We've seen it, right? Like we know it is, but just to see it captured, the way it
so
is
different,
in this film,
differently.
So it's so hard to describe it. You know, we've never actually been there. We've always wanted to go to the UK,
exactly,
to Ireland, to
one of our goals
to
next
London.
year.
So we've always wanted to go to UK, explore the landscape, and this just makes me want to go
even more.
The scenery was just. We'll get out of the way first. The setting, the scenery was beautiful, right? I loved that.
110%. Whoever did the scouting for this, kudos to you, man. Man or woman, whoever did the scouting for this was just spot on a lot of old tourist spots that are still acknowledgeable that are still accessible in certain ways.
History too. I wonder that big main house castle family home that they filmed where that is. I don't know. Again, we're not very familiar with the place. We've never been, but it's just again breathtaking. So we just wanted to get that out of the way. That was beautiful
for sure. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this actually stars, if you did not know already, this actually stars Lindsay Lohan, Ed Spillers, and directed by Janine Damian, who also did Falling for Christmas. No coincidence? I think not. So Angela, because you're not really and we're gonna go in depth here, right? So Angela's not really into rom-coms. In a way, she's not. And so for me, as a moviegoer, as a huge fan of rom-coms, I love rom-coms. I enjoy them. I enjoy every single one of them. I know you're into the Christmas spirit and everything. And you got to admit, though, Hallmark has those rom-com Christmas movies. They do. and I got to admit, though, there's a lot of them, right? There's 50 or whatever, right? There's a lot of them original.
And they come out with new ones every year.
Yeah, and it's all like the same, almost the same premise, just different backgrounds, different not necessarily, I guess a little bit different religions, different cultures for sure, from different from royalty to the commoner to it's very good.
Even
it's
Netflix has it. We have a ton of Prince and Fall in Love with the Prince, or Fall in Love in a Winery, or Falling in Love the Princess Switch. They had 3 of them, right?
And I gotta admit, as much as if you are gonna talk crap about the Prince, I don't care. It's a guilty pleasure. I love all those 3 movies. They are just to die for, and they're just a guilty pleasure of mine, of both of ours. But we'll leave it at that. But what did you think of this new Lindsay Lohan movie? First and foremost, hit it off with a great comeback career, I gotta admit.
Oh my god, I love Lindsay. I love that she's coming back and she's big and stuff.
She's knocking it out.
So great. I think she's doing all these roles, she did the Falling for Christmas, and now this one, the rom-com. Again, it's the same kind of formula, but it works. She's great. I love her. She's so phenomenal in what she does. I missed her. It's great to see her coming back. I think she did again well in Falling for Christmas, and I think again she's doing the magic in this one too. Like I really, really enjoyed it. For someone who doesn't really like rom-coms, it actually was really enjoyable. Again, it was a combination of the cast, of her, the scenery, the story. It's a really interesting story. It's not just about falling in love. It's about like other things, like deeper messages, you know, being true to yourself, you know, standing up for yourself and what you believe in, pursuing what you believe in. So I again, anything with a message like that, I'm on board with. But I really liked her in this one. It's not necessarily a holiday film because it doesn't take place on a certain holiday, but it is like a wedding season.
Yeah,
it is a wedding film.
But at the end of the day, though, I kind of feel like, I mean, it's not a holiday movie, but because of the way it's filmed, the way it's cultured, the way it's old money, in a way, royalty. It does feel like in a way, in its own right, it does feel like its own getting ready for the holiday season. I don't know. I took it with that. Take it with a grain of salt, guys. But one of the foremost things I really did enjoy, of course, was Lindsay Lohan playing this Maddie character, and Lindsay Lohan's career has it's coming up. It really is
coming back.
It's coming up. Whatever you want to say, but it's definitely a career move that it's very smart for one. For two, I'm enjoying her in a lot of these Netflix films. If she were to sign a contract like Adam Sandler did, I would be more excited for her than Adam Sandler, just because of the fact that she's been doing these what do you call it, these movies a little bit more differently, and that's the thing too, because like she's not it's in a weird way she is playing the same character, but not really. I feel like there's a little bit more dialogue in depth to what character she chooses, what script she chooses, so I kind of enjoy that as well. One of the things I also actually did enjoy of Maddie was, you know, the whole point was like a lot of the factors in that kind of reminded me of you a little bit. It was the clumsiness. I'm not that clumsy. But besides all that, right? Besides all that,
it's also like they also touch on like you know, she had this admiration for this guy, right? She's been partnered with him to write a book, right? He's famous. He's written so many books, but it actually turns out like she is the one behind it. So man. Like, and so she thinks she loves him, but it's really like, does she really love him? Like for who he is? It's like opposites attract kind of thing. Does it really? So again, it's a whole bunch of different themes.
It's a life lesson. It really is.
Yeah, and it's done really well. Like I think she does great in that. I love the deeper messages, not just, oh my God, falling in love. Like it's more than that. It's more about her finding that self-empowerment to, you know, again, pursue what she really wants, her own dreams, instead of falling, you know, behind someone, instead of lifting someone up and not getting the credit. I really enjoyed that aspect. That's why I liked this kind of film as well. Again, I'm not a fan of rom-coms, but it does follow a very similar formula as we've seen.
No, it does.
But I do like that it has like a small little twist. It is not the same character as she's done before in Falling for Christmas. It is different. Like you say, it is a little bit different, you know, perception, like you say, script and everything. So I really enjoyed it. I can't talk enough about how excited I am that she is coming back.
Yeah, you know, Falling for Christmas is another from the same director and everything. One of the things I really did enjoy in this was the director. We need more women directors, first and foremost. I do want to say that. I cannot emphasize that a lot more than I need, because we need that opinion, we need that perspective of a woman's side of a rom-com. And I feel like in a weird way that, you know, guys, you know, us, we've been, you know, I mean, not me, right, but males have been making a lot of rom-coms, you know, 16 candles nonstop, and just like, and they're good at, to a certain, they are good, but there's something a little bit different when a woman directs.
It's a perspective.
It's a definitely. I mean, Greta Gerwig, who just did Barbie, who just did who remade Little Woman, a remake of it, and that was good. Yeah, and Lady Bird as well. It's just, those movies are just iconically stronger when a woman director takes helm and like directs a lead woman cast, whoever it is. You know, and it feels definitely genuine. It feels more different. And I feel like that puts perspective into this film. I feel like that really brings into a side to where, like, is the film going to be better or worse? And in my opinion, it's going to be a way better, especially when it comes down to like relatable situations, relatable scenarios. Something like this, maybe you are Maddie. Maybe you went through it just like Maddie did in a certain way, where while the guy or the male, or even it doesn't have to be a male, just a girl, just that someone your best friend who's taking all the credit or whatever the case may be.
Just in life, you know, in general, like you work for an employer and, you know, you're getting all these good ideas and they're taking credit. Yeah. So it can happen to anyone. It doesn't have to be a gender thing. But I agree with you say, like, it's a life lesson. Like you say, it has that deeper message, which I always appreciate, you know, take away. I would say, though, this is one of the... I could see myself rewatching this along every holiday with like Princess Switch, Falling Christmas with You with Freddie Prinze Jr. That was a good one.
That was a great one.
This one kind of falls in line with that. Like these are really good like rom-coms that you say that are actually like I have been watching on repeat. So I do gotta say at the end of the day, even though it has the same formula, it is something I enjoyed, and I think a lot of people out there are gonna enjoy this as well.
And they are. It's that heartwarmingness that just compels you and just really just makes you feel better in a way to where like I just love these movies. I really do.
And I think it's number one on Netflix.
Yes, it is. As of right now, it's number one on Netflix. One of the other things I did want to really acknowledge was that Lindsay Lohan plays executive producer in here as well.
Oh, girl, I see you. I see you.
So
okay.
In the end of the day, if here's the thing, here's where we're leaning with Lindsay Lohan right now. So at the end of the day, if Lindsay Lohan wants to direct and you know act in her movie, I wouldn't be opposed to that. That'll be very interesting. I just here's the thing. I just hope her first movie is the realm of what she's used to, and that's fine. Just get your feet wet and everything to that director's chair, because that director's chair is a whole new level than just showing up and your trailer all you know it's whole new level. So I'll leave it at that. But one of the things I would definitely be intrigued. I'll definitely be interested, especially being that she is having this good relationship with Netflix and everything. So I'm excited to see what other Netflix movies she's going to be coming out with, because I'm excited for that as well. I want more rom-coms from her, of course. And that's the thing too, is that like, you know, at the same time, at the same moment, when it comes to casting and everything, when the same person is being that same genre, in a weird way, like I mean, I don't get. That's the thing too, because like I feel like actors and actors, like they don't. I feel like that we're like, oh, here we go, he's playing the same character. Lindsay Lohan doesn't do that. She she becomes a little bit different. Like every character, especially Falling for Christmas, it's very different. She's more Gucci. She's more rich. She's more not stuck up, just more naive, just more about money. But that's the script though. That's what the character calls, and that's called acting. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah,
you could also argue there are several people in Hollywood who play the same character, and they're successful.
Yeah.
One that comes to mind is Jason Statham.
Yeah.
He always plays that action character, the tough guy who has really good skills, right? He's skilled in the art of killing people, right?
Yeah.
But he's done countless movies over decades, right?
Yep.
So I mean,
and they're great,
and people go to see him.
We just saw him in The Beekeeper, and he was the same.
It was great. And for someone who's played the same character and it's kind of essentially the same plot, that movie was really good.
Yeah.
So you know, if she keeps playing these characters, great. I'm gonna turn up to see her. I'm gonna turn out to see her. People are going to turn out to see her, and I can't wait to see what more she has, as well as the other cast. Again, I think the chemistry between her and the main lead, I think Ed Spielers, if I were pronouncing that correctly, was great. I think on screen, on camera, they were phenomenal together. They made this believable. So I gotta say, I can't say enough good things about her, about the rest of the cast. It was a great project, so I can't wait to see what you guys think, if you guys agree with us.
Question is for you guys: did you love this film? Did you hate it? Put in comments down below if you loved it or hate it, and was this film we deserve? And say yes, hell yes, this was definitely the film that we deserved, guys. Rating 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest. Angela, when do you give this rating?
So again, I'm not into rom-coms, but I like I mentioned before, it is one that I will see on repeat every so often with the rest of Falling for Christmas, Princess Switch, Christmas with You, all those. Yeah. So for me, and I might get flack for it, I'm going to rate it high as an 8 because I really enjoy for a rom-com. For me to enjoy a rom-com, it has to be pretty enjoyable. Like it has to be good. So again,
of course.
Not everyone's going to agree with me.
Yeah.
But personally, I could see myself rewatching it a lot and enjoying it just the same with every rewatch. You know, Princess Switch, the first one, love it every time I rewatch it, and I've seen that countless times. So I will say I agree with my holiday because again, I love seeing Lindsay Lohan back. I think she did such a great job. The rest of the cast was great. The scenery was beautiful. Story was great. Message was great. So it's a overall solid film in my book.
So since I am a sucker for rom-coms and I enjoy them so much nonstop, keep them coming. There's only a select few though that I really watch on Hallmark, just because there's a lot of movies that come out and I'm all like, yeah, I can't, and we're always busy during that season, so I always have to select a few, and we will review some every year. It's just I wish we could review every single movie that comes out of the Hallmark editions, and some of them are a little bit cheesy. I'll admit, some of them are way cheesy. They're way predictable in a way, but this movie, Irish Wish, Lindsay Lohan, especially. One of the things I really did love, of course, was the scenery. Of course, second thing I really did love was her leading the charge of this movie. Her and her comedy is so well put together. I gotta admit, she plays a clumsy person very, very well. And I really did enjoy that because it was so relatable. So, like Angela was like, I could have sworn Angela did that at one point.
No, and it's funny because there's a scene where she rides a bike, and I'm not very coordinated. I mean, I could ride a bike.
There's a relation there. There's a relatable. There you go.
I don't fall like that, but I'm not the best.
But we get the point. But yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna have to give this a solid 8.6. Solid 8.6, guys, because I really do enjoy rom-coms. I enjoy all these movies. They're a guilty pleasure, and it just warmed my heart. They really do. And yeah, question is for you guys once again. Comments down below. We do recommend this movie since we give it a way more above average rating. We do recommend this film, guys. Be sure to check this out at a theater near you. This is Alamo City Movie Talk recommends. And yeah, let us know on the thoughts. Comments down below. Thank you so much for making this a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Stay tuned. Have a good one. See you at the movies. Latest.